So I have stopped watching Raw and SmackDown for this foreseeable future. Ever since McMahon came back, the Raw after WrestleMania, he's been in control of creative or majority creative, whatever you want to say. The man tells Triple H what to do. Heartbreaking stuff. Still something I'm really upset about, but I still follow it through Wrestle Talk and JD from New York and all these other people, so I keep up with it. And of course, we're going to talk about the new World Heavyweight Championship, which has caused a lot of division within the within the wrestling community. My bad. I'm still thinking. I edited my other channel. So I don't understand why a lot of people are called, well, I do understand. People are calling it the consolation prize. The thank you, here you are, you can't be Roman Reigns type situation. But it's not like we don't know what's going on. It's not like we don't understand, hey, Roman is close to 1,000 days and they're not going to get to this feat ever again, probably. The days of Bruno Sammartino holding a title for 8 years, that's not the case anymore. We're not doing that anymore. It's not going to happen anymore. So I understand it. Do I like it? No. Cody should have won at WrestleMania. Cody should have won at WrestleMania because Cody's hype is not going to reach anywhere close to that kind of fever pitch ever again. Will it still be high? Probably. Will it be everybody yelling whoa to the point of deafening people? No, it's not going to happen. So unfortunately, that's the case what we got going on. But this secondary world championship, a lot of people keep saying that we should merge all the titles and it'd be one tag team championship, one world championship. That's so stupid. It's so stupid. The WWE championship was held by John Cena for a very long time. For, 16 reigns now? 16 reigns for a very long time. There were so many different wrestlers that really benefited greatly from having the World Heavyweight Championship. In 2002, when Eric Bischoff handed Triple H the World Heavyweight Championship, it was not a consolation prize. It wasn't, oh, Brock Lesnar was drafted to SmackDown, so here's something. No, it wasn't. 2 world champions are great. Why? Listen to the list of people who benefited from the World Heavyweight Championship. And without the World Heavyweight Championship, they would not be the same person they are today because of it. Randy Orton, the youngest world champion ever. His face turn back then didn't go well, but having him win that title meant something. Batista, one of the most organic, if not the most organic heel to face turns to win the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania from Triple H. Batista would not exist without the World Championship. When I think about the World Championship in 2005, 6, 7, 8, it makes me think of Batista. He is the biggest benefit from the World Heavyweight Championship, not named Triple H. Rey Mysterio won the World Championship and had a lackluster reign, but at least he was World Champion for a minute. Thing about it is, he held the WWE Championship for all of 2 hours. You know, a lot of people always talk about something I talk about too. The night that Yokozuna beat Bret Hart for the WWE Championship, and then Hulk Hogan comes out to console Bret Hart just for Mr. Fuji to set up an impromptu match versus Hogan to lose the title. First of all, that makes zero sense. Why would you go through a grueling match with one of the greatest wrestlers to ever exist just for you to defend the title again for no reason? Oh, my pride. We're better than Bret Hart. We're better than Hulk Hogan. That was dumb. Very, very stupid. Very stupid. But that moment, that selfishness by Hulk Hogan, because of course he was behind it. Hey, I need the world title back. Let's get the world title on me again, brother. That's always been Hogan. But that same exact thing happened when CM Punk beat John Cena for the WWE Championship at Money in the Bank. I think, what was it, a scramble match? It was like either a tournament style or like a scramble match where the WWE Championship was won at the beginning of the show. And Ray was all happy about it, and it was cool, and, you know, we got to see Ray as the world champion, and it was awesome. And then John Cena comes and shakes his hand and is like, hey, you know, the thing that will make me the happiest is if you defend this title you already won against me later tonight. And then Ray was all like, you're on, pal. It was like, why? Why is because the WWE Championship was meant to be put back on John Cena. So Ray held it for all of 2 hours. But nobody talks about how selfish that was. And again, when you're in this type of position, I understand it. I'm not dumb. Of course, if your boss is like, hey, do you want the most amount of money anybody here is being paid and you want to be the face of the company, you're going to say yes. That doesn't mean it's not selfish, though. That doesn't mean it's not selfish. Ray's only championship reign with the WWE title was ended after 2 hours of being on Raw with John Cena. So, when it comes to the World Championship, Rey Mysterio is synonymous with that in addition. Edge, everybody's favorite, the rated R superstar. Edge, not me. I don't like Edge. So, Edge obviously reigned with the world title while Cena reigned with the WWE title. They couldn't hold the title at the same time. And then his work with the world championship made him look really good. And they were like, okay, we can put the WWE title on now. It's kind of been like a template or like a starter. Like, hey, if you reign really well with the world championship, we'll give you the WWE championship. If you don't, then you'll just be there. CM Punk. Obviously, CM Punk cashed in his Money in the Bank championship to win, and he got it. CM Punk benefited from the World Heavyweight Championship. Everybody loves CM Punk. I used to, I don't anymore. Now, we get to Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy, everybody's favorite Jeff Hardy. I don't like Jeff Hardy anymore. And I know it's me going back and forth saying I don't like a lot of these people anymore because nostalgia is doing this thing that we, or at least me, I accuse everybody else of. No, I didn't want to see Hulk Hogan at 50 hold the WWE Championship. I don't want to see Edge hold a world title at 40, 45, 46? No. Do I want to see Cena hold the title? I remember the WrestleMania... The WrestleMania predictions, people were like, oh, John Cena's going to hold it and then have an open challenge on Monday night to lose it to Randy. So a 40-year-old man holds the title to give it to another 40-year-old man. No, I don't want to see that. So this is why I keep saying, people are wondering, what is Jeff going to do on AEW? Why would Jeff Hardy win the world championship? MJF is holding it right now. Darby Allin, Jungle Boy, Sammy Guevara, all these other people. Why the hell would you give it to Jeff Hardy? Oh, because of nostalgia. Nostalgia is a poison. I don't want to see any old people hold the world championship anymore. I don't want to see people with 10, 15, 20, 30 reigns hold the world title anymore. They don't need it. They don't need it. I want to see the 4 pillars pass the title around for the next couple of years. That's what I want to see. I know it won't happen like that. Somebody might catch fire. Daniel Garcia might actually get from underneath Jericho's... What is Ali Davis call it? The Jericho mid-card vortex. where everybody's just blowing Jericho because, Jericho is another nostalgia piece of trash. I'm over it. And I know piece of trash might have been a harsh thing to say because Jericho has been fine. But no, I don't like to see this whole him get multiple groups to just show how great Jericho is. He's not putting anybody over. Jake Hager, what is Jake Hager doing? Nothing. He's been doing nothing. In the, what was the first group called? It was the Inner Circle. He did nothing with them, and he's doing nothing now. Sammy Guevara has done really well with the TNT Championship, but he had to leave, and then he came back, and Jericho is doing nothing for any of these people. He's not. So that's one thing that really gets on my nerves about that whole situation. Let me get back to this. Kane hasn't held a world championship. He didn't hold the world championship since he won it from Steve Austin Sunday and lost it to him on Monday. He held it for one day. Then he finally gets it back, I think, in 2008. I love seeing Kane with the world championship. I love Kane, man. Kane with the world title is amazing. Loved it. Dolph Ziggler, the cash-in that blew the roof off the arena when it happened. When Dolph finally cashed in his Money in the Bank briefcase to win the world championship. Everybody remembers that. Everybody has this special feeling, and this was one of the best cash-ins in history, and he did it for the World Heavyweight Championship. It wasn't the WWE Championship. Dolph Ziggler was not and never will be given the WWE Championship. He was never seen in that light. He was part of the Suicide Squad. He was part of the what was their name? The Spirit Squad. He was a part of the Spirit Squad. I'm so glad I remembered that. I didn't even need to Google it. He was part of the Spirit Squad. He was never going to be WWE champion. World champion is the best he could have done. And it was great. Mark Henry was never going to be given the WWE championship either. The world championship was the best he could have done. Hall of Pain Mark Henry was amazing. Fake retirement, Mark Henry was amazing. And I'm so glad he got to hold a world championship before he retired. Because they weren't going to give him the WWE championship. Should they have? Hall of Pain Mark Henry with the world title? Absolutely. But LOL Cena, LOL Randy, LOL Edge. Can't really blame them because at least at that time, it was homegrown talent who were in their prime. I will give them that. Mark Henry was not in his prime when the Hall of Pain happened, but it was a great gimmick, and he still had a lot to give to the wrestling industry. So I can't be too mad about that situation, but still. Nowadays, people, is Edge going to hold the world championship again? Is John Cena going to get 17? We don't need any of that. We don't need none of that. None of it. Finn Balor. How about we give Finn Balor a championship run? What? Is that so crazy? Seth hasn't held a world title in how long? He's held the United States Championship last year. What was it? I think twice, once. And everybody thinks that Seth is going to get the world championship, and he deserves it. Mr. Put everybody over. Mr. I'm one of the best wrestlers in the world. He says he's the best wrestler in the world. I'm one of the best wrestlers in the world. And guess what? All I'm doing is putting other people over. I understand his frustration. He definitely deserves the world championship. With Vince behind the helm, I don't know if it actually will happen. It's not like he didn't like Seth. He put the WWE championship on Seth and everything else. So maybe it will happen. But my skepticism is crazy. You know how that goes. So, and last name, Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan. Do I have to say more? Daniel Bryan, of course, the way he lost the championship sucked. But the fact that he won the world championship, unless the Yes Movement happened, he wouldn't have got the WWE championship at all. But he got the world championship. So it was very important for all these people. Orton, Batista, Mysterio, Edge, Punk, Hardy, Kane, Ziggler, Mark, Bryan. All these people needed the World Heavyweight Championship. They all needed it. And because it was held by Cena for the majority of this period, most of these people would not have got it. Randy got it, of course. Maybe Batista would have had a WWE Championship reign. He got one later on, but I'm talking about during white hot Cena. I don't know if he would have did that. Ray, no. Edge, I think Edge would have got a title. CM Punk, no. Hardy, no. Kane, no. Ziggler, no. Henry, no. Bryan, no. All of these people needed a World Heavyweight Championship to step up to the next level, to get to that point. They weren't going to get there with the WWE title. They were never going to hold the WWE title. They needed the World Championship in order to in order to walk the walk and talk the talk, and then to get people to see, oh, okay. And of course, not all these people. Bryan got it. Mark didn't. Ziggler didn't. Kane didn't. Hardy did. CM got it. Edge got it. Ray got it for 2 hours, like I talked about in length. Batista got it, and Randy got it. They all held the World Championship and then went on to win the WWE title. Obviously, the WWE title has been it for so long. It's been it. So, it is what it is, obviously. That is what it is. But a World Heavyweight Championship, this melding of world titles, if there was only one World Championship, if there was only a WWE Championship, it would be put onto somebody who we either will grow to hate or get passed around like a hot potato, and neither option is a good one. Let it go. 2 world titles are necessary. There is no 1 and no 2. It's just world champion on SmackDown, world champion on Raw. That's it. A world champion and a WWE champion, maybe Universal Male, whatever the hell it is. But that's the way it is. World Championship, WWE Championship, one show and the other show, not 1 and 2. It is champion on both. When Cena was world champion, did you see it as the second belt? No, you didn't. When Edge was world champion, did you see it as a number 2 belt? No, you didn't. It's more of a circumstance than it is a title. It is not, hey, this is the secondary title because Roman has both. No, that's not the case. 1 title for each show. Easy. Can we talk about the draft? Let's talk about the draft for a second. The draft is another thing that really gets under my skin because people always talk about the brand split and like, oh, it gets annoying when Vince is inventing wild card rules where this superstar could be on this show, stupid stuff like that. Keep the show separate. There are way too much talent in the WWE to have both shows. If there was one world champion, Roman will be on both shows sometimes, and there will be no the main event card will wrestle over what? Grudges? You looked at me the wrong way? Shampoo commercials? Like, be real. Be real. The whole point of booking under McMahon has been he doesn't know how to do it. He doesn't understand. So you telling me you would want Roman on both shows for nobody to wrestle for anything? That's the problem with the tag division right now. Sammy and KO have both tag team championships like Jimmy and Jay did. They got the reign out of there. Now Sammy and KO have the tag team titles. Split them. Put them on each show. The reason the tag division sucks is because they don't have anything to wrestle for. So you're telling me having Roman on both shows to wrestle 1 pay-per-view per month while the rest of the main event do nothing. It's not a good idea. It never was. It never was. I don't understand why so many people think it is. So many people are like, oh no, you should only have 1 world title. For what? So it can feel like the world title? Cool. Let's feel it never be on TV. Let's see it never be on TV. Let's see a wrestling match once a month where it's defended and not lost. Come on. Come on, we're done with that. We're done with that. Please understand, it does not make any sense. Do you think the whole meme, Cena wins, LOL, that came out of nowhere? That was just a little joke everybody told and elbowed each other? It was because Cena barely lost the title when he had it. So Cena on both shows, he would have wrestled on both shows maybe every week, every other week, every pay-per-view. It would have been a better experience. But having one world champion and all those main event people just go down the drain and just stick around doing nothing would not have been cool. This world title stuff, stop. It's over. We're done with that. The draft is coming up. The number one draftee has to be Roman Reigns, obviously. And then everybody keeps saying, unfortunately, the political card is being pulled behind scenes. So it's not like, oh yeah, Roman is going, Roman and Bloodline, this tug of war behind the scenes between Fox and the USA Network. They both want Roman. I don't see Fox letting Roman go, obviously. It's like, what would be the point of that? I mean, Gunther on Raw with the Intercontinental Championship. Seth, that would be perfect. Seth with the world title, Seth or Finn. I want Finn to get a world championship run because he obviously didn't have one before because of the injury that Seth gave him. Go figure. Either Seth or Finn as a world champion on Raw, Gunther on Raw, Bloodline on SmackDown. That is a great trade-off. Great trade-off. No, you're not going to get the same type of value as the Bloodline. It's not going to happen. This is one of the best storylines, top 5 storylines all time. Top 3 faction all time, to me. There are a lot of people who won't say that and like, oh, DX, oh, this. He's going to be world champion for 1,000 days. The Usos shattered the tag team record reign miles ago. They all held the gold. Well, they held tag team and world championship gold for a very long time. Unified tag team championships and unified world championships. Top 3 all time. To me, number 1. So, with all that being said, Raw has a lot they need to stack up, but it's possible. It's not impossible. Seth or Finn is world champion. It's leaning towards, the Judgment Day going to SmackDown because Rhea's SmackDown champion, so it's leaning towards that though. So it's probably going to be Rollins on Raw with the world title, which is fine. Rollins on Raw with the world title, Gunther in Imperium on USA, all that seems great. I love every second of that. So we really don't know exactly what's gonna happen because Vince is the final say again for everything and blah blah blah. So we don't know. I don't know. I actually do plan to watch the draft, so I'll do some reporting once I do watch the draft, and then we'll talk about it then. But that's all I have to say for today. My name is Alexander Leviathan. I am your head of creative for Wrestling is Phenomenal. And I will see you next time. And cut.